This is Drew Croft, and I will be doing the status update for week 7 of Spellbacus. Quickly, the first thing that happened is that the pages are no longer static. So what you'll notice different about that is that in the URL, there's no page, no direct page to a file name anymore. It's just to a directory, or it looks like it's to a directory. And this is all done through the Angular JS that works in the backside to keep us where we're at. So as I click, you'll see again it just changes the directory name. Then once we're into the character sheet here, the first thing that you'll notice different is last week there was just a static name for a character up here. Now as I type in my character name, it changes it up here. The next thing that you'll probably notice different is last week if we filled out any of these form fields, so let's say Bruner is a fighter, for instance. So this stuff gets filled in, and then as I clicked last week, because they were static pages, it was losing any of our form data. Now as we go back, anything that we had previously typed in is still there, and even as we change, Bruner up here is still displayed as it was typed in over here. The next thing is that we've worked with the data binding to actually get all of these fields to interact with each other roughly the way they're supposed to. So we're getting pretty close to having the beta for this ready, which will be done on Sunday. But right now, the first thing we can change here is the size modifier. If you notice down here, there's a spot for size modifier and a couple down here. Once I change this size modifier, any place that needs a size modifier is automatically populated, and whatever this affects, those values are automatically calculated. So just by typing in the size modifier, we've got all this data available to us. And next, just to keep it easy, we're going to go in descending order here, starting with strength, moving our way down. So as I fill in these fields, wherever they go to is updated. So these ability modifiers are calculated based on the ability score. So 10 is 0. Every 1 to 2 that you go below that goes to -1. Once you go 3 below and 4 below, it's -2. And the reverse for as you count up. So 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 here is 1 through 5. But the next thing is once this dexterity and strength are all filled in, dexterity is filled in over here, armor class is all calculated, all this stuff is populated and the totals are calculated, and so on. And over here on the skills, again, the skills last week were static. Each one was typed in individually. This week, the data was actually pulled from the database to create this. The visible difference is that every single one of these said equals dex last week. But the database actually populated these to be what they're supposed to. And the ability modifiers were filled in accordingly. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is in Pathfinder, checking one of these checkboxes means that it's a class skill for whatever class that you're using. So for fighter, I believe they get acrobatics, probably climb. But if you have a class skill and you don't have any ranks in it, then nothing special happens. But if you have at least one rank in a class skill, you get a +3 to your overall total bonus. So if I add a rank here, it automatically gives me my bonus 3. And there's plenty of other things that can affect this miscellaneous modifier. So I might look over here and say, oh, I've got my +3, but really I should be at 6. So I can change that as I want. And then if I decide, oh, just kidding, I made a mistake and acrobatics isn't really a class skill and I lose it, it automatically does the calculations for me to determine where I should be. So I was at 3, I bumped it up to 6. Now this will automatically take that 3 away from the class skill. So this is just to help make it a little bit easier for people creating characters to keep track of where they're at. So yeah, this is where we're at, and on Sunday we should be we will be releasing a final beta version to begin testing for final release on Thursday of next week.